I'm Christine. I use they, them pronouns. I'm non-binary, asexual, probably like pan-romantic, still figuring it out.
My name is Jordan. I go by they and them pronouns. I identify as queer and asexual.
What does being asexual mean to you?
So for me, being asexual just means not feeling sexually attracted to anyone else, but I definitely am longing for a romantic connection. Like there's different types of attraction out there, like sexual is only one type.
Absolutely. Asexuality to me means not being interested in like sex via sexual attraction. For some people, they're aromantic and don't have any interest in romance or anything like that. Some people are sexually attracted to a couple people, or for some people, it's just like absolutely nothing.
Are there different identities within asexuality?
There definitely are. Like there's like aromantic, pan-romantic, gray ace, demisexual. Like they all fall under, I guess, what we call the ace umbrella.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's kind of an umbrella spectrum term. People that just have romantic attraction, it's more...
So it's like you're more attracted, like you want a relationship more for the emotional and intimate connection without the sexual intimacy.
Yes.
Intimate doesn't always have to mean sex.
Yeah.
I guess demisexual would be what I feel like I am. It's like you're not completely like void of sexual attraction, that maybe you do experience it, but it's like a right place and the right time.
Mm-hmm. And usually with more like emotional or like
more
friendship
of an emotional
first.
Connection.
I think for myself, at different points in my life, my asexuality has looked different. Currently, I'd say that I'm pretty sex adverse. When I was younger, I think it was more of a demisexual thing. If I had emotional connection with somebody, then there was potential for developing sexual attraction.
For more information on 2S LGBTQIA+ identities, we've put a link in the description. What are some ways that asexual folks might approach the idea of partnered sex?
I think it's really just about ongoing conversations about comfort levels and being upfront in the beginning of a relationship as well.
I was about to say the same thing. That's just like knowing what your own limits are and what you are willing and not willing to do. Like say maybe you won't do penetration, but you're okay with like masturbation or like spooning. And of course, not only to have your limits about what activities you want to engage in or what you will and will not do, but also like to feel comfortable with it too, to feel like that it is the right time and not to feel pressured into it for sure.
What are some ways that asexual folks, if they chose to have sex, might practice safer sex?
Of course, the usual safe sex practices like using protection, getting tested is always important.
Yeah.
What is something you wish the world knew about being asexual?
If people aren't familiar with asexuality as an identity or as a way of being, they might think that there's something wrong with them, that they have low libido, or just like there's a problem that
there's definitely the whole like, I guess, medicalization of asexuality, or what's labeled as low sex drive. It's something that's been going on throughout history where low sex drive is considered a symptom of a medical condition. And while there are certainly conditions that can cause low sex drive, but it's not the same as being asexual.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's such an important conversation to have with partners, so that it's not something that they're not trying to do something to make you more sexually attracted to them.
And also like from the medical community that, not all of us are asexual because we experienced sexual trauma as a child.
It's not a bad thing. It doesn't need to be treated like a disease or something that's wrong or something to be fixed. And I'm glad that in that sense it's under the queer umbrella or the LGBTQIA2S+ alphabet, because it's just a different
non-traditional sexuality
based on dominant norms in our society.